welcome on in. It's the EJEPL semifinals here from Middletown, New Jersey. It's North Park taking on the Long Island Edge. The Edge won the play-in game earlier today right here in Middletown, beating the Genesis Hockey Club 4-0. And so they've earned the right to take on the number one seed, the North Park Hockey Club. North Park and the Edge have met 3 times this season. North Park winning all 3 matchups, but narrowly each time. Most recent matchup, of course, was at Aviator back on January 10th, and it was a Dylan Grebin hat trick. That was the difference in that game. It was tied 1-1 very late. Grebin with the game-winning goal with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in that one. And if memory serves, scored an empty netter at the end of that one as well to go with his first half goal to complete the hat trick. It was a 3-1 victory for North Park. And if it's hard to beat the same team 3 times in a season, it'll be North Park trying to beat the same team 4 times in the same season. Winner goes on to tomorrow's final against either the Richmond Generals or the Long Island Kings, a game that's underway on the rink behind us here in Middletown. So we'll try to give you updates when we have them on that game. But should North Park win and advance here today, we hope to have all the coverage for you tomorrow, 1:15 p.m. for the EJEPL Diamond 2 final. Of course, 25 minutes a half here in the semis. And if it's still tied, we will go to overtime, and this one will be decided in Southern Death overtime. If still tied at the end of regulation, it cannot end in a tie as the EJEPL regular season games do after 2 overtimes. So we'll keep you apprised if we get to that point, because these games have been so tight already this season. But sit back, relax, grab yourself a frosty adult beverage. There's 5 minutes on the warm-up clocks, just waiting for the officials to come on out, and then we will kick off that warm-up period. This is Midnight Sport.
This broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person.
All right, the teams are out of the locker rooms. The warm-up clock is about to get rolling. It's 5 minutes on the warm-up clock. After those 5 minutes, we'll have all the action here for you from Middletown, New Jersey. This is the EJEPL semifinals for the Diamond 2 18U division. And you're watching it right here on Midnight Sports. All right, if you missed it at the top of the broadcast, this is the EJEPL 18U Diamond 2 Division semifinals. This is the 1 versus 4 seed, North Park taking on the Long Island Edge, respectively. It was the Edge who won the play-in game this morning against the Genesis Hockey Club by a score of 4-0. And so the second game of the day for the Edge today, as they won that play-in game. This, of course, the first game. It was a bye of sorts for North Park as the number 1 seed. They'll be in their home white sweaters. Still 95 seconds left to go on this warm-up period, but it's North Park in their home white sweaters. And the winner of this game faces the winner of the Long Island Kings Richmond Generals game that's going on Rink 2 here in Middletown, New Jersey. Concurrent with this game, we'll give you updates if we can. But of course, our attention will be on this game here this morning. Well, call it this afternoon, 2:20 here on the East Coast. And so we'll give you all the updates as we have them. Word from the locker room is this will be Bo Bickoff's net here today. The North Park number 1 ready in the blue paint after the warm-up period. In just a moment, 35 seconds left to go here in the warm-up from Middletown, New Jersey. We can't thank you enough for being here with us today. It's a beautiful barn on Rink 1 today. The winner of this game will meet the winner of the other on Rink 2 tomorrow, 1:15 p.m. Eastern. And should that be North Park who emerges victorious here today, we will have all the coverage for you, subject to carrier restrictions, on Rink number 2 tomorrow, 1:15 p.m. on Sunday. But of course, all sorts of hockey left to play here today. And you can hear it yourself. There goes the buzzer. So as soon as the pucks are collected, we'll get set and get ready to go. It'll be 2 25-minute halves. The teams will not switch sides. North Park will be moving right to left on your television screen or radio dial if you're just listening into this one. And it'll stay that way through the 2 halves and, if necessary, the overtime periods. So just a little more last-minute strategy here for North Park as they get set at their net. The Edge doing the same. The Edge in their teal and black sweaters. They will be moving left to right on your television screen or radio dial, depending on how you're listening in to this one. We'll go ahead and get your scoreboard up on the screen and get set to get rolling here as North Park with just a last-minute huddle on the right side of your screen. The Edge doing the same just off camera. Well, the whole season's come down to this as North Park in the Cratch ratings had the number 1 seed. They dropped decisions to the Richmond Generals and the Long Island Kings. And so should North Park advance, that'll be an interesting matchup tomorrow. But they are 3-0 against the Edge. All tight games, though. The last game was a 3-1 win for North Park at Aviator. That was away to the Edge. And it was a Dylan Grebin hat trick that was the difference in that game. But it looks like we're just about ready to roll in this one. That game was a 1-1 hockey game, by the way, until 2 minutes and 48 seconds were left in that second half. And so North Park not taking anything for granted here this afternoon in Jersey. It will indeed be the old number 4 in net, Bo Bickoff. We'll see who Coach Rayner throws over the boards to kick us off here. Nearly a full bench for North Park here today in New Jersey. And so the huddles will break in just a moment, and you can actually watch some hockey instead of listening to these multiple intros. All right, over the boards comes the captain. It's Keyworth, Tenenbaum, Finkelstein, Tanoff, and Halpern as the 5 skaters in white, and the boards are being pounded. The goaltenders check, scorekeepers ready. We are just about ready to get going as soon as the players back out of the circles. And the officials with a few words for the wingers on the near side. Keyworth had taken a slash, and now both players from both teams ejected out of the circle. So it will be Keyworth at the dot. Each team doesn't want to take a penalty here, and they don't, as the Edge win that faceoff. We're off and running. The Edge will scoot that puck forward. It was Tanoff introducing the Edge man to his teammates at the bench. Puck comes all the way around to the near side in the defensive zone. The Edge have it. They shoot in. Bickoff flashes the leather early and makes the save, and so it's a shot on goal for the Edge. Nothing more just yet, as this will be Tenenbaum at the dot. And it's Tenenbaum, clean win over to Tanoff. He uses the curved wall to send that all the way up and around. Looked like that puck might have come out. Doesn't matter anyway, as North Park able to clear the zone. Puck sits toward the side of the cage, and that rolling puck just gobbled up quickly by the Edge. And so we'll get a quick stoppage in play there, as just 30 seconds off the clock in the early going. It's going to be a far circle drop. This will be Meller with Grebin and Bigliotti as the forwards. One over toward Bigliotti. It's the Edge trying to pour forward, but it was Samosi keeping the zone to start. And now the Edge in business. They'll come through the neutral zone. The Edge all the way in. It was a 2-on-1 broken up so nicely by Meller on the back check. The Edge have it in front. Look out, getting across is Bickoff. Huge save in the early going. Bo Bickoff able to go post to post, cut out the threat, and keep this game at 2 goose eggs. Just 45 seconds into it. Well, it's a face-off in the far circle, and North Park wins that all the way around to the near side, but the Edge take over there in the corner. They'll stalk all the way in front. That was a Halpern stick that guided that wide. The Edge looked to take over once more, all the way across as Halpern again throws it up strong side. Leaning on a man there is Meller. He's able to kick it off the boards to Grebin, who tries to pull it in stride. He gets it to the offensive blue line, no farther. It's now the Edge breaking right back into the offensive end. They'll throw that to the end boards and then try to throw it toward the slot. Thrown in once more. Oh no, that puck toward the far side, and it was touched home by the Edge. As your commentator was coughing, it was the Edge who were able, on the rebound to throw that pass to the Edge. Had been tilting the ice there in the early going. 23-33 left to go in this first half, and the Edge with a 1-goal lead. Now this will be Tenenbaum on the faceoff. Keyworth to his left, Finkelstein to his right. Tucked one back toward Klochek, and it's Klochek with Samosi. From Samosi up to the point, taking the body where the Edge, but it's a fast break here for North Park. It's a 1-on-1 shot in, spilled in front. First save there for the Edge as that puck sits over on Finkelstein's stick by the Zamboni doors. Finkelstein gets it back, throws it toward the corner again. The Edge will cycle this around. It's now the Edge pushing that puck up to the point, and it's dumped in once more by Klochek. Finkelstein sends it farther. The Edge will eject that out of the zone, and so all the way back is Klochek to send it forward again. No icing there as the Edge were close enough to it. It's Keyworth now on the forecheck. He's able to pull that puck off his hip, guides it to the top of the far circle, and then dumps in for Finkelstein once more. Finkelstein able to shepherd that puck farther. He's got an Edge man all over him there at the end boards. But it's Keyworth first on the puck. Tries to send it to Tenenbaum. Ice Monster gobbles it up. Comes back up. Shot in. Puck kicked aside on the Tanoff shot to the far corner. North Park has it back. Now it's North Park tilting the ice here as they get to work in the offensive end. The Edge try to bat that puck farther, and they do. It'll be the Edge off to the races. They gain the line. Dump on in. And so Tanoff all the way back. He's going to send that right back out. A quick up. Bound by the Edge. They work it to the near side of the ice. They gain the line and dump on in. It's an early 1-goal lead for the Edge as they try to set up shop again in the offensive end. It's Halpern moving that puck quickly. Meller to pick up on the near side. The Edge control on this near side, and it'll be Meller behind his cage with an edge man. They work it up to Vigliotti, and it's a nice pass from Vigliotti up to Keyworth. It's Keyworth in full stride into the offensive end, tries to turn the corner. Good defensive work by the Edge. Cut out the threat. Halpern keeps the zone, sends it off the end boards. There was no shooting lane for him. And so it'll be Vigliotti sending it around far side of the ice. He gets it right back, shoots in. That puck takes a deflection, trickles on net. And we get a stoppage in play with 21:34 left to go in this first half. It'll be an offensive zone drop for North Park, far side of the ice. Now this will be Meller at the dot. Grebin to his left, Vigliotti to his right. The Edge come away with it, and they will break out of the zone. It's the Edge trying to set up a long headman pass. It's cut out by Vigliotti. Vigliotti on the puck, and it was North Park that went just a bit offside. We'll have a face-off on the near side of the ice, right in front of the camera well. 21:23 left to go in the first. North Park with good push there in the last minute or so, but it's the Edge with the 1-goal lead on the board. It's the Edge winning that face-off toward the near corner. Puck will sit there in the near corner. Pass was cut out by Klocek. Very nicely shot on net. Klocek and Vigliotti go to work to try and get that puck back. Instead, it's dumped all the way down is that puck. And so it's Samosi picking up and throwing all the way around, looking for Vigliotti. The Edge pour in to try and keep that puck in the zone. North Park able to get it past the blue line. No farther just yet. Jousting for that puck was Grebin. Worked it back to Vigliotti, who sent it out of the zone. And the Edge reset. It's the Edge stalking in. They hit a trailer in the slot. Cut out by Meller once again. That's his second crucial back check of the day in this early going. And now it'll be Samosi all the way into the offensive end. He'll stick it farther there as North Park makes a change. It's the Edge on the puck. They can't get it past Samosi at the blue line, who dumps it on in for Finkelstein to chase. All the way over now toward Keyworth, who spins that puck up to Halpern. He'll dump in once again. North Park's completed their change. Pinching all the way in there was Tanoff on the far side. The Edge will try to get it back in that far corner. Bodying a man there is Finkelstein. The Edge take over once more. Finkelstein with a stick in the way. It's now Tenenbaum going to work to try to dig that puck out. The Edge will be first to it. They'll skate it up this near side. They throw it up the near wall, and Halpern able to pick that puck up in the neutral zone and try to come back in. It was the Edge making a change, batted farther by Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum on the puck in the near corner. Carries it deeper there. He's got two Edge men on him, and the Edge come away with it toward the far side. Finkelstein had cut out that zone breakout at first. The Edge with a little time and space, but it was a stick lift by Finkelstein that kept the puck in the zone for a moment until it trickled out to Halpern, who dumps in once more. Now North Park will go for its own change. It's the Edge pulling the puck off the far half wall, and they skate across the logo into the offensive end. The Edge still on the puck. They carry it farther there. It's good stick work once again by North Park to cut out the threat. Keyworth was looking for Meller. Meller finds it and sends it on up. And now it's Meyerowicz into the offensive end. He has to delay on the puck as North Park was making a partial change there. And now the linesman's skates get in the way, so North Park can reset in the neutral zone. Klocek back to Samosi. Samosi with some time and space ahead of him. Gains the line, dumps in. North Park going to play a chip and chase game right now. That puck took a strange carom off the Zamboni doors. It's Grebin reaching for the puck, trying to get it to Klocek. Instead, it rolls back to Samosi at his own blue line. The Edge trying to cut out those long neutral zone passes from North Park to take a little bit of the sting out of this game right now. And they'll come up, will the Edge gain the line and dump in. Leaning on a man there was Grebin as Meller takes a hit in the back. No arm raised. Onward we play. This puck is going to find an Edge stick far side. It's Bickoff with a nice save, able to shrug that one off. The blocker and the shoulder into the corner, and now the Edge have to reset at the scorer's booth. They throw it to some open ice to the Edge. Across is Klocek, and he's able to send that all the way down, but this one does go for an icing. And so with 18:09 left to go in the first, time enough to catch your breath. And remind you, you're watching Midnight Sports. If it's youth hockey and you haven't had to leave the couch, it's Midnight Sport. All right, this will be Tenenbaum at the dot. Trying to win that over to the near half wall. He does for Tanoff, who comes away with it, racks it around the curved wall, and now Keyworth in business through the neutral zone. Joined there by Tenenbaum, but it was the Edge who were able to get in the way and jam up any pass toward the slot. Halpern tries to send that puck just a bit deeper. Coming away once more, though, are the Edge all the way into the offensive end. It's Tanoff standing a man up there at the end boards. The Edge, though, able to repossess the puck. They throw it in. Bickoff jams that off the paddle, and now it'll be North Park looking to pick up and exit. It's Halpern up for Keyworth. Keyworth tries to send that all the way across the edge, come with it, and tracking all the way back was Tenenbaum, who's able to flick that puck up farther for Keyworth. Finkelstein joins the rush. Keyworth on it. He'll dump it deeper. Now North Park looks to make a partial change, and the Edge come away with the puck near side of the ice. Reaching for it was Finkelstein. He had done enough to jam up the pass, and now it's Halpern on a quick up for Keyworth. Keyworth on the backhand, sends it toward the slot, an Edge stick in the way. The Edge will come away with it and skate it up and out of trouble. It's now a 3-on-3 for the Edge. They can't thread the pass through Vigliotti, and it's North Park able to get it up and out of the zone. Under 17 left to play here in the first half. The Edge dump in. It'll be Klocek all the way back to the end boards for it. The Edge cut out that breakout near half wall. They fire in. Bickoff strong on a deflection in front. Suing shot goes up and over the cage. It's now the Edge trying to work something toward the net front once more. They find a man in the mid slot. They shoot and they score. Now the Edge made a little something out of nothing there as that puck had come in front. And all alone in the mid slot were the visitors. They double their lead to 2-0 here with 16:29 left to go in this first half. Well, ensuing faceoff will be Tenenbaum. He's got Keyworth to his left, Finkelstein to his right, Samosi and Klocek behind. North Park eventually comes away with possession. They fire it up off the Edge bench, and that puck ping-pongs around just a bit in the neutral zone until it is finally dumped in for Samosi to collect in his own end. Goes off the end boards. The Edge pick up once more. It's the Edge all the way through the slot. Across is Samosi to push his man wide. Tenenbaum back, throws it off the boards. Puck stays in the zone. Shot in on a deflection well over the cage. And Klocek across to try to pick up and work up toward Keyworth. The Edge all over him there. They possess the puck in the corner, but that puck will miss all sticks on the pass to the point. And so the Edge will have to go all the way back to their own zone for it. It's Keyworth on the forecheck. As the Edge look to get this puck up and out, it's Tenenbaum able to kick it to himself off the stick, throw it toward the net front, and it's covered up nicely by the Edge netminder. And so 15:39 left to go here in the first. Just a shot on goal, nothing more for North Park in the sequence. Well, shots 5-3 in the rink, 7-4 on our board here on the broadcast. A decent approximation for how this game has gone so far. The Edge haven't had a ton of chances, but the chances they've had have been high danger. Now North Park shooting in off the faceoff win, turning Miller right over the cage. And back for it is Grebin near side. He pushes that puck deeper into the zone. Trying to collect is Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz on the puck. Bang, bang in front. Puck still loose. It was two big saves there by the Edge. North Park still pushing. Shot in, hit a body, never reached the goal mouth. Tanoff able to fire that deeper. Grebin on the puck, throws it out front. Nobody home just yet. Halpern's pinched in. Puck comes down low. Grebin turning, tries to fire. And instead, the Edge man in the way. Grebin gets it back all the way around in front. Shot in again. It hits a body in front. And now it's Grebin trying to get that puck back from Miller as that puck comes over to Halpern. Halpern now firing in. Deflection on in front. That one kicked aside. Shot in once more by North Park. In front, that puck all the way down now on the clearance by the Edge. They are happy for the icing as it was North Park with 4 shots on goal in the sequence, all rejected. As the Edge man stood tall between the pipes, it'll be an offensive zone draw for the team in white. Now some grade A chances there for North Park. Just too much traffic in front. And it prevented North Park from tickling the twine behind the Edge netminder. This is now the Edge, working that puck to the near side of the defensive zone, but we're going to get a stoppage in play as the net is off its moorings in the Edge blue paint. And so we'll do it all over again with 14:40 left to play in this first half, far side of the North Park offensive zone. It'll be Tenenbaum at the dot. Keyworth to his left, Finkelstein to his right, backed up by Klochek and Samosi. North Park wins that forward. Finkelstein fires after it, throws it in front, but the Edge, the only folks in front of the net as North Park had to back off to not give up an odd man rush. It's Samosi for Tenenbaum, thrown up to the point, but the Edge keep the zone. It's the Edge firing in. Bickoff able to guide that wide with the blocker. Keyworth back on the puck, throws it up to the near point. The Edge take over and dump in. Tenenbaum back for the puck, cycles it up strong side. North Park with a little time and space to send that up and out. The Edge will collect and work that puck over to the near side of the ice. They try to dump in. Settling it is Klochek in the near corner of the defensive zone. He bounces that one up toward the point, trying to get that puck up and out of the zone. The Edge dump in once more. The Edge on the puck, near corner. They throw it around to the far side. Trying to step to that puck is Finkelstein. And it's the Edge jamming that puck up. Look out, bouncing puck in the far circle. Collected at the top of the slot. A lot of traffic in front. It was blocked by an Edge man. And now it's Samosi on the long pass. He finds Keyworth into the zone. It's Tenenbaum all alone. He shoots. He scores! Well, it was Samosi to Keyworth to Tenenbaum, it looked like, on the long pass up and out of the zone. And just like that, it's a 2-1 hockey game here in Middletown, New Jersey. Well, it was the long stretch pass that the Edge had been trying to cut out in the neutral zone that ended up doing him in. As that puck comes in on Bickoff, he takes a little slash afterwards, and Tanoff does not like it and lets everybody know as the whistle goes. No extra paperwork there to be done on what's going to be a defensive zone draw near side of the ice. 13:27 left to play here in the first. This will be Meller at the dot. Tries to jam that forward. And that puck fired in, kicked aside by Bickoff. It'll be North Park picking up. North Park skates that up and out. Long diagonal pass connects to Vigliotti. Long shot in, looking for the shot pass was Lorenzo Vigliotti. That puck frozen by the Edge netminder. And so just a shot on goal for North Park, but an offensive zone drop upcoming far side of the ice. Now it'll be Meller, Grebin to his left, Vigliotti to his right, Halpern and Tanoff behind. That puck tied up at the dot. The Edge emerged with it behind their cage all the way to the near corner of the ice. The Edge on it there. They'll skate it and pass it up and out. Can't get past Tanoff, but we're going to get a holding call here. Looks like against Grebin. And so North Park down a goal, about to be down a man for the next two. With 13:03 left to go here in the first half, it is Grebin to the box for holding. Now looks like Klochek, Halpern, Meller, and Finkelstein will be the penalty killing unit number one over the boards for Coach Rayner. This will be Meller, far dot, able to win that cleanly and turning with the puck. Well, we're going to get a stoppage here because the scorekeeper unable to get the penalty up on the board, and so we're going to do it all over again. Maybe just a practice run far side of the ice. And who doesn't like a little extra hockey? All right, this will be Meller, far dot once again. 2 minutes on the board. This time, though, the Edge come away with the face-off. And they have the puck top of the near circle. They throw it to the top of the slot. Look out. It's Finkelstein in a break in the opposite direction. Eli Finkelstein in all alone. Tries to go around the netminder. Off comes the net from its moorings. Whistle still hasn't blown. And now it does. As North Park with a break there. But standing tall was the Edge netminder to keep this a one-goal hockey game. And so the shorthanded chance Just missed by North Park. 12:44 left to go in the first half. 1:42 left to go on the man advantage for the Edge. Now the officials just examining the net now, trying to keep it from coming off its anchors as much as it has in the early going here. Not sure if the posts have anything to grab. The officials looking around, trying to see if the pegs are available, and the conversation just continues here at the Edge net. It's like we're also deciding which face-off circle this one will go to. It'll be the near side of the ice. So again, 1:42 left to go on the man advantage here for the Edge. North Park considering making a change or just having a conversation over at their bench, as this is turning into a de facto timeout, both for penalty killing unit number 1 for North Park, but also power play unit number 1 for the Edge. Well, not sure if this advantages North Park or the Edge. This kind of choppiness here as we again look around for the pegs in the net, and this will turn into a timeout on the ice, an official timeout, as the door to the locker rooms is open as the officials look for the net pegs. All right, well, timeout on the ice. You're watching Midnight's Bowl. Well, no real update here from Middletown, New Jersey. If you're just tuning in, we are looking for better pegs for the Edge net because it's been kicked off its moorings a couple of times in the early going here. And so rather than have a stoppage in play every time there's action near the Edge goal mouth, we now have the Zamboni door open and the Zamboni backing up, which I guess it would be a novel idea to park the Zamboni behind the Edge net to keep the net on its moorings, but I'm not sure that's technically legal. Well, Zamboni now pulled forward once more. This net give you a little view of it, is off its moorings, and perhaps we're switching out nets here. And so no cheer from the crowd yet for the new net. Oh, there's a small one as net number 2 onto the ice here in Middletown. Still 12:44 left to go in this first half. And I guess now these 18U parents can say they've seen a little bit of everything, as the most recent substitution on the ice is a net. All right, Zamboni, doors closed. Stagehand has gone back to stage right. And I think, maybe, hopefully, kind of, sort of, we'll be ready to go here. So if North Park had some good momentum going into that break, it might be gone now. They'll have to do it all over again, down a goal, and just a quarter of a way through this hockey game. And so this will be Meller. Finkelstein to his left, Samosi behind. We have a door open. It was the Edge penalty box door. No one for the Edge in that. It is North Park still in the box for the next minute and 42 seconds. The Edge win that faceoff. They'll pour up the right wing all the way through the neutral zone. The Edge into the offensive end. Headman pass there. Finkelstein was upended, but the Edge able to keep that puck in the zone. They reset near point. It's the Edge on the puck all the way to the top of the slot. North Park with an aggressive penalty kill. Now the Edge all alone in that far corner. Coming across nicely was Samosi to break up the shot. The Edge still have it, though, deep in the offensive end. It's the Edge with another minute and 13 seconds left to go on this man advantage. They pump it up to the far point. They'll shoot in, and it was a deflection in front. Screen shot on into the back of the net. And so that stoppage in play comes back to haunt North Park as they had been pushing, even down a man. The Edge reestablished their 2-goal lead with 12:10 left to play in this first half. Looks like the hockey gods right now conspiring against the home team here in Middletown, New Jersey. Suing faceoff has Tenenbaum and Keyworth on the near side of the ice. It'll be Finkelstein as the third forward out there, thrown in. Pickoff with the save, and another save on the jam attempt. This one comes back to Halpern, who reverses over toward Tanoff. Tanoff to pick up on the backhand. He takes a big hit against the boards there, but he was able to release for Keyworth. And now it's Halpern able to guide that into the offensive zone, but without possession, as the Edge collects behind their new net. It's Tenenbaum trying to push his man into a pass, as the Edge just happy to play with the puck in their own end. Certainly nothing that's ever come back to haunt a team in the defensive zone. It's a puck now worked up from Halpern to Tenenbaum, but the Edge come away with it in the neutral zone. They pour into the offensive end. They shoot in. Bickoff snaps the pads down, and now it's Halpern bodying a man in the far corner. Puck rolls to the near corner, and the Edge try to throw it toward the net front, but it's Keyworth able to work it past the defensive blue line. He sticks it to some open ice. Finkelstein guides it into the offensive end. Puck off the end boards. Now the Edge have it behind their net once more. It's North Park that's going to have to push the pace of this game, as the Edge seem content to slow things down. It was certainly worked out right before that third goal for them. And so it's Halpern trying to cycle that puck up near on the strong side. Picking it up is Meller, and he can skate forward. Meller joined by Grebin. Grebin on the rush, carries it into the offensive end. The Edge get a couple of sticks on the puck, though. The nice defensive play by the visitors, and they work this puck all the way up and out. Back to Klocek, who works it across for Samosi. Samosi for Grebin. He takes a hit, but he works that puck on over toward Meyerowicz, and now the Edge able to send that back out once more. It's Klocek on the puck at his own blue line, works it up strong side. Meller reaches for it, tries to tip it farther. Puck comes all the way down, though, for Samosi to pick up in his own end. Samosi on the puck, far side of the ice. The Edge go skate to stick. They throw that in. Bickoff with a huge reaction save, as that puck had come off a stick and a skate, thrown in on Bickoff. And a big save at that to keep this a 2-goal hockey game with 10:01 left to go here in the first half. All right, far circle drop. This will be Tenenbaum on that far side of the ice. Clean win. All the way back and around toward Keyworth on the near side. Keyworth has to reverse because there was no passing lane up and out of the zone. Halpern spins it up to Finkelstein. Finkelstein now joined by Tenenbaum. And it'll be Finkelstein carrying it across the line, dumping on and giving chase is Keyworth near side of the ice. The edge first to it, behind the cage. Pinching in was Tenenbaum from the high slot. The edge, though, will work it over to the near side. Keyworth able to work that up toward Halpern. But the Ice Monster gobbles that puck up before it gets to him, and so the edge in business. They fire in. Bickoff kicks that to the corner. Bodies flying everywhere right now. As there's no arm raised on the ice, and so onward we play. Well, now it'll be a slash on Finkelstein. There was no arm up. But as soon as North Park touched it, it's Finkelstein to the box. So now 9:16 left to go in this first half. It's Finkelstein to the box. North Park down two, down a man for the next two, assuming no more paperwork. And this first half that is not gone in North Park's favor continues here with 9:16 on the clock. It's the edge winning that rare neutral zone faceoff after a penalty over to their own sticks, and they've got it at their own blue line as they look to set up a play through the neutral zone. It's the edge all the way into the offensive end. Try to stick that puck just a bit deeper and do. North Park unable to clear the zone at first. The edge across the slot. They get a couple of sticks in the way. One-timer goes wide, and now all the way across is Samosi to try and send that up and out. It's the edge, unable to keep the zone after North Park cleared it. The edge all the way across the logo. That one's picked off by Grebin. Grebin one-on-one into the offensive end. Shot and saved by the edge. It's now the edge with the puck behind their net. Miller on the forecheck. The edge will send it over to the near side. Grebin picks that up. It's Grebin near circle. Wrister deflected wide of the net. All the way in there is Tanoff to keep that puck in the offensive end. The edge will break out in the other direction. It's the Long Island edge into the offensive end. The edge still on the puck at that far point in the offensive end. For the next 45 seconds, they've still got a skater advantage as North Park looks to get this puck up and out. Keyworth able to get a deflection on that pass, but the edge still control. It's the Long Island edge, top of the near circle. They spin it to the top of the slot, fired in and scored. And the edge with another power play goal. They extend their lead to 3 here in the first half. 7:47 left to go in this first half. All of a sudden, it's the Long Island edge 4, North Park 1. Now the ensuing faceoff will be Tenenbaum. Got Keyworth to his left and Finkelstein to his right as Tanoff able to get body on puck. And now Tenenbaum can carry that in. He shoots just high of the cage. This one comes up to Halpern at the near point. Able to dump that puck in deeper. Keyworth gives chase. Finkelstein on the puck at that far side, but it was the Zamboni door that reversed the momentum of that puck. On up comes the puck and the edge out of their defensive zone. The edge move it all the way across the ice and gain the offensive end. They'll send that down low all the way in front, but it's Bickoff's stick that rejected the play. And the edge have to reset, sticked up and out of the zone by North Park, it looked like. Instead, though, they get another bite at the apple. Keyworth can stalk in. Bouncing puck in that far corner. Keyworth turns, stops, throws it toward the slot. Edge first to it. And so this is the Long Island edge trying to get that puck up and out. No arm raised. The edge wanted a penalty call there. They're not going to get it after scoring 2 straight power play goals. Perhaps the officials refereeing the scoreboard as much as anything here. Shot comes through the crease, but was always going wide. Spun in front. Deflection carries it to the end boards as it's Samosi working it around for Tenenbaum. On the puck first are the edge, near side offensive zone. It's Halpern chasing the puck down at the end boards, and now he's able to work that puck up. And on out, off Samosi's stick to Keyworth, who throws that across, but it was a line change for North Park, and so the home team has to reset. Keyworth picks up that puck. He's able to jab it forward. Meller gives chase in the offensive end. Meller to the puck in the corner. The edge all over him there as some sticks get caught between arms. Onward we play. No penalty in either direction. Bouncing puck kept in the zone by Vigliotti. Sent back in. It hits a shin guard. Pops up into the neutral zone. Klocek settles down the Vigliotti pass. Vigliotti able to tap that into the offensive end. Puck now living in the neutral zone. And we're going to get a hand pass call on the edge. Should be a face-off right back down in front of the camera well here. 5:51 left to go in the first half. That has largely been in favor of the edge. Shots 14-12 on our board, 11-9 on the board in the rink, both in the edge's favor. And it's now Halpern flipping that puck forward. Grebin gives chase. Puck right back to the neutral zone. Look out. Edge first to it. And Tanoff able to get body position on his man as it rolls toward the end boards. Able to flick it over to that far point. The edge maintain the zone. It's now Vigliotti going in, taking the body of his man. Rolling puck finds Halpern's stick. Softly guides it up and out. The edge dump in to cut out any odd man rush. Tanoff back for it, near side of the ice. Curls behind his net on the forehand, works it up to Vigliotti, steps past a hit. Vigliotti now looking for Meller, who's going to skate on in on the forecheck. It's North Park on the puck. They throw it out front. Ends up hitting a body toward the end boards. North Park still trying to get that puck out front. They throw that in off the side of the cage. Meller can't get through the blue paint as he's jammed up. And, of course, the edge. Get a stoppage in play here because the new net, just like the old boss, is the same and has slid off its anchors. All right, well, 5:02 left to go here in the first half. It's an offensive zone draw for North Park. Nothing more just yet with Tenenbaum, Keyworth, and Finkelstein as the forwards. Puck's dropped, and it'll be the edge coming away with it to the near corner of the ice. The edge on the puck there. Carry it up to the top of the zone on out. And so North Park has to reset. Finkelstein grabs the puck, sends in, and gives chase. Edge first to it toward the side of the cave. It's the edge working that puck up, but not out just yet. Rolling puck finds Finkelstein, top of the slot. Soft pass in for Tenenbaum. And Tenenbaum able to dump that puck just a bit deeper as Keyworth reverses that puck toward the side of the cage. Wraparound attempt, puck still loose in front. Gobbled up nicely by the edge. And Tenenbaum takes a couple of extra hits. As we'll see who's going to go to the box here. Looks like it might be an edge man and Tenenbaum as well. We'll see. The edge to the box, 2 minutes for roughing. North Park to the box, 2 minutes for being pushed. Should be 5-on-5 hockey out there. 4 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in this first half. Scorekeeper needs a little bit of help to make sure they were coincidental minors. And the roughing and being pushed call, in fact, were coincidental minors. And this is Meller at the dot, trying to win that over toward the half wall. And Grebin works it over to Meyerowicz, who cycles it to the near side of the ice. This will be North Park trying to get this puck off the boards, but first to it are the edge. North Park keeps the puck at the blue line, still in the zone, and dumped in once more by Meller. Grebin trying to lay the body there in the near corner. Gets it back from Meller. Puck still toward the side of the cage. Sticked farther by North Park all the way out for Samosi. Shot in. And now it's Meller who's going to take a couple of hits to the head as he had taken a shot at the puck near the goalie's feet. And so with 58 left to go in the first, we'll see if there's any paperwork coming from that scrum at the net. Well, just a little conversation here between the officials, trying to sort out exactly what happened at the end of that play. It was a couple of shots on goal by North Park. It looks like might not be any paperwork coming, but the face-off coming out of the zone. All right, an explanation now toward the scorer's booth. It's Meller who's going to go to the box, joined by a player from the edge. And so they'll take one from each team, with under 4 minutes left to play here in the first. Now the official has his hands on his hips, but it's unclear whether that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty or just taking a break. Well, it's a 4-1 edge lead with 4 minutes left to play in the first. This game's had a little bit of everything. Nets that don't work. Officials that are doing a lot of pointing, but not much explaining just yet. And a North Park team that's looking to battle back from a 3-goal deficit. But interestingly, 93 shots on goal put on the board, so impressive there. Now we're back to 9 shots on goal. Oh well. Would have been an offensive cavalcade of shots, but in any event, looks like it's going to be a face-off all the way down in the North Park end. North Park finds itself down a man again. Not sure whether it was a 2 and 10 or what the call is, but somehow the Edge has come out ahead on whatever that scrum was. It's 5-on-4 hockey here. North Park down 3, and the Edge up a man for the next 2 minutes. The Edge scored on their last 2 power plays, and right now, though, it's Grebin into the offensive end. He's got a man draped on him. We'll get a call here, and that power play was very short-lived as Grebin got held and was just explaining to his Edge counterpart why the call was made very politely at that. This should be 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 47 seconds unless, well, the players had cleared the ice like it was going to be a penalty shot. The most exciting play in hockey, but no, it's just a holding call. And a 2-minute penalty put up on the board against the Edge. 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 47 seconds here, with 3:45 left to play in the first half, and then a 13-second power play for North Park, assuming no more paperwork in the interim. It's the Edge, able to get that puck up and out of the zone. Huge hit, far side of the ice. Tanoff was upended. Here come the Edge. And shot in. It was Bickoff. Big save, picked up immediately by the captain, and down he comes into the offensive end. Able to bring it into that offensive end is Keyworth. He'll cycle it deeper. And now it's a puck that sits at the near half wall as North Park looks to get it off the boards in the shooting position. Grebin fires that in and hits a man in front. The Edge unable to clear the zone. Halpern on the puck, jabs it deeper. Now Grebin will give chase. The Edge on that puck, they work it up to the neutral zone, and it's going to be dumped in on a delayed offside by North Park. The Edge come away with it. It's the Long Island Edge. They're able to dump that puck in and give chase. Halpern first to it. A lot of ice out there, 4-on-4 still for the next 50 seconds as Halpern cycles that on over for Keyworth. Keyworth able to pull that off the far corner and skate forward with it. It's North Park pulling that toward the scorer's booth, but no farther as the Edge able to come back in the opposite direction. The Edge in the slot, a great stick lift there by Keyworth, prevents the shot. And now North Park in the other direction. It's Figliotti shooting that. That's flicked off the blocker high of the net. Picking it up is Tanoff. He throws it to some open ice. Figliotti across, and he's able to throw his man into the boards. And then he takes a hit for his troubles. And so this will be the Edge, it looks like, to the box, as that's when the whistle went. Let's see if it's just an Edge man this time. And if so, it'll be 4-on-3 hockey for 18 seconds. The roughing call against the Edge, they did not like the call. But the whistle has gone. As we often remind you, the only opinions that matter out here are the ones of the folks wearing stripes. And so an explanation now being given to the North Park bench. And if you like stoppages and officials explaining things on the far side of the ice, this is the game for you, as we really just have no idea what's going to happen next. We do know there's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first. North Park should have a 4-on-3 here for 18 seconds, and then a five-on-3 for 13 seconds, and then a 5-on-4 after that. Listen, break out your abacus. I can't be explaining everything to you, viewers. You're just going to have to figure it out yourself, because I sure as heck don't know. But in any event, it'll be a 4-on-3 for the next 18 seconds. Thereafter, it should be a 5-on-3 for 13 seconds, and then a 5-on-4 for the duration of the last roughing call against the Edge. It's Grebin at the dot. Important win there by the Edge, but they can't get it out of the zone. Tenenbaum has it. He'll stalk in. Works it to Halpern in the slot. Halpern with a clear shooting lane up into the blocker. It was a nice save by the Edge. They can't clear the zone just yet. Everything's a bit scrambly here as North Park looking to get a fifth skater onto the ice. It's the Edge able to send that all the way down. And so maybe one rush here, 5-on-3 for North Park. Just 5 seconds left to go on that, and then there'll be an abbreviated minute and 28-second power play for North Park as Halpern carries that puck into the zone. He gets leaned on in the near corner. North Park trying to get this out toward the net front. The Edge working around to the far side of the ice. It's 5-on-4 now as North Park fires that puck in. Over toward the Zamboni doors goes the puck and two North Park skaters as they get it on up to Keyworth. He spins it to Halpern. Halpern shoots, and it's chested into the glove by the Edge man between the pipes. And so with 1:23 left to go in this first half and 1:08 left to go on the man advantage for North Park, it's an offensive zone draw upcoming. Now this will be Keyworth near dot. Grebin to his left, Finkelstein to his right. Halpern and Tenenbaum behind. Keyworth clean win back to Halpern. Halpern surveys his options, works it down at the near half wall, fired in, kicked aside, and that puck cleaned up by Tenenbaum, gets it back from Halpern. Halpern on the puck, over to Tenenbaum. That one goes just high and wide. And now the Edge able to clear that puck up and out of the zone. 50 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for North Park, and just over a minute left to go in this half as Finkelstein will give chase. North Park changes its power play unit on the dump in. The Edge work that puck up to the far point, but not beyond, all the way over to Halpern again. Halpern and Tenenbaum have stayed on the ice. It's Meyerwich on the ice joining Keyworth now. Throws that in front through a bunch of skates. Tenenbaum tracks it down. Tenenbaum far point, moves it for Halpern. Halpern tries to stick it farther there, but the puck hopped on him. He gets it back in the neutral zone. 15 seconds left to go on the man advantage as Keyworth comes in. Puck comes up to the point and on out. Just 10 seconds left to go now. 23 seconds left to go in the half. North Park maybe has one more zone entry on the man advantage here, but it's the Edge who are able to cut it out and send it all the way down. 5-on-5 hockey. Just 12 seconds left to play in this first half as North Park staring up the wrong side of a 3-goal disadvantage. Right now it's the Edge in. Bickoff with a huge save and two. Puck still loose. Bickoff says no. Oh boy, 3 huge saves from Bo Bickoff in the dying moments of the first half. If North Park comes back in this one, remember those saves as Bickoff stood tall. After one, it is the Long Island Edge 4, North Park 1. 25 more minutes of hockey left to go when we come back after the ice cut. This is Midnight Sports. just about getting ready to get down for the second half of this EJEPL semifinal Diamond 2 matchup. It's North Park against the Long Island Edge. The Edge with a daunting 4-1 lead in this game. And we'll see if North Park got a stew going in the locker room to try and figure out a way to work their way back into this one. It's an abbreviated warm-up period for this second half. The teams do not switch sides in these EJ games, because it would be a long period of a long change, which is to say would be defending very far from your bench. And so in a nod to how difficult that would make the game, the teams attack in the same ends as they did in the first half. Again, this is a playoff game. Should it be tied at the end, it would go to sudden death overtime. North Park hoping to right the wrongs on the scoreboard, though, in a hurry, so they don't have to worry about that. All right, listen, winner of this game goes on to play tomorrow, 1:15 p.m., Middletown, New Jersey, on Rink 2. They play the winner of the Long Island Kings Richmond Generals game, which should be concluding very soon. But we do not have a score update for you because it has not been published on the EJ website. And although it is a rink in this same complex, unable to go check the score of that one because the rink is a little bit farther away and your commentator is a lot bit lazy. All right, 25 on the board. Gonna do it all over again. No penalties on the board. All right, ready to get rolling. As promised, this will be Tenenbaum, Halpern, Keyworth, Tanoff, and Finkelstein as the 5 in white sweaters. The officials saying get your sticks down and we can get rolling, and that is exactly what happens as the Edge win that face-off and pour it on in. Reaching for it is North Park. The Edge able to work that off the near corner, but Tanoff first to it. Works it all the way up to the far point. Bouncing puck comes in. Bickoff takes a hit there as that puck came in. And doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear after the save on the Edge shot. And so should be a face-off. Far circle, defensive zone for North Park. Just 18 ticks gone in this second half. North Park looking for an early goal to start off the half to try to fire up the engines. This is North Park, face-off win up toward Grebin. He's able to stick that forward, but wrong side of the red line, and so it's going to come all the way back on the breakout for North Park icing. And looks like the official is ejecting some people from the rink as they had an Edge poster. And says, really, New York's hottest new club is in New Jersey. Goalpost anchors that don't work, posters being ejected, and officials that don't want to party. Okay, well, looks like those folks, just like Elvis, have left the building, and we should have a face-off here pretty soon. Once we get it all worked out. The clock's still running in the rink. It's now ticking below 24 minutes. Well, sometimes the clock runs when parents won't leave after being ejected, but of course, this was a set of Edge parents, and they're not, looks like perhaps they're not going to fix the clock. Let's see. There it is. All right, 24:45 put up on the clock now. As we're just about ready to get set here. Okay. Well, you don't see that every day. If you had it on your bingo card, congratulations. In any event, it's the Edge winning that face-off, shooting high, and now North Park in full flight. It's Grebin one-on-one, shooting it. Screenshot saved nicely by the Edge. That clean sheet of ice sees that puck moving pretty fast out there as it's Meller reaching for it to try and pin it against the far half wall. It's spun out, but the Edge on it first. Across is Tanoff to cut out that breakout. Works it in for Grebin. Grebin looks over the shoulder, throws toward the slot. He's looking for a trailer in Meyerowicz as Meller had jammed up in front of the net. Puck comes out front, tipped farther, but the Edge will take over and jab that up and out. It's a mini break here for the Edge. Into the offensive end, they shoot, and they score. It's been the story of the game thus far. Something out of nothing for the Edge. And it had been all North Park for 43 seconds. And the Edge find themselves with a break and a goal, turning this into a 5-1 hockey game early on here in the second half. Well, it's Tenenbaum at the dot. Keyworth to his left. Finkelstein to his right. Samosi and Klochek behind. The Edge take that face-off win and bat it in as it goes for an icing, though, is the wrong side of center ice. And so an offensive zone drop upcoming for North Park. 23:56 left to go in this second half. And we'll see if it's going to be a near circle drop. It will be, as Klochek and Samosi stay out there, joined by Keyworth, Tenenbaum, and Finkelstein. This will be Tenenbaum at the near dot. Finkelstein in the slot. And just a little more conversation now with the Edge bench, as it looks like it might be an equipment problem that has sent an Edge player off the ice. And so, fresh skater on, and we're ready to roll. It's the Edge taking that puck back behind the circle, but it's picked off by North Park. Tries to send it farther. No call coming as Tenenbaum was upended there. And the Edge worked that around, but it's fired all the way across by Finkelstein. Tenenbaum to pick up now in the near corner. Puck rimmed around, far side. Tenenbaum behind the net. He'll stalk toward this side of the ice, toward the camera, and then it's Klochek firing that in. It's a screen shot, but first to it. And the whistle goes. That puck was loose. North Park not happy about the quick whistle because that puck was loose and the whistle went. And so we get a stoppage in play here with 23:32 left to go in the second. And a near circle drop. It's Meller, Vigliotti, Halpern, Tanoff, and Grebin as the five skaters in white. Meller, clean win. Vigliotti shepherds that back to Tanoff. Finds a shooting lane. That puck hops up and over the net. Vigliotti back on it. Fires it off the side of the cage. And now the net is off its moorings once again. And the fans here in the stands not appreciating the constant stoppages in play. And Vigliotti has a word with the official asking if there's going to be a penalty called on that play at any point. The official explaining there's nothing he can do. Grebin and his compatriot backed out of the circle. It's Halpern who takes that face-off win, shoots in, and that one is frozen by the netminder for the Edge. And so we will do it all over again, near circle. Offensive zone for North Park. This is going to be Meller at the dot. Tries to win that puck forward. He gives chase all the way around to the corner. It's Vigliotti pulling puck off stick. Wraparound attempt on the backhand is rejected, and here come the Edge in the other direction. It's the Edge into the offensive end. All the way back is Halpern, and he blows a tire there, but he gets the puck right back. Sends that up to the far side of the ice. It's North Park through Vigliotti trying to get up and out. He's got Grebin ahead of him. Vigliotti will skate this across the logo. Long shot in toward the side of the cage. It's going to be gloved and still loose. There goes the whistle again. The official saying he lost sight of the puck. And so the whistle went, and the official explaining that he did lose sight of the puck. And so with 22:49 left to go in this second half, it's another quick whistle, breaking up a North Park attack. It's now North Park dumping into the far corner. The edge on the puck. They'll work it to the near side of the ice, near half wall. They send that up and out of the zone. Back on the puck. All alone is Samosi. He's able to work that off the boards. He finds Finkelstein. Finkelstein through the neutral zone, gains the line, dumps in. Fired out of a cannon is Keyworth. He picks that puck up near corner. Tries to cycle it just a bit deeper. He's got two edge men on him there. North Park able to work that to the slot, but it finds an edge stick first. And it was Klocek who was able to jam up the breakaway attempt. And then Samosi got across to send that harmlessly to the far corner. This is now North Park trying to get the puck out of their own end. The edge, though, on the puck. Bottom of the circle, filtered across. Bickoff gets a piece. The edge get it back. They fired in off the side of the cage up into the tall glass. The edge still with the puck. They work it to the top of the far circle. The edge on the puck there. They take their time. Drop pass doesn't connect. And so they'll have to head all the way back to their own blue line now as North Park can make a partial change. It's Keyworth on the forecheck. Samosi picks up that loose puck in the neutral zone, but it ends up hopping off a stick, and the edge able to dump in once more. The edge on the puck in the near corner. It's Samosi who picks up that puck after the Klocek hit, and North Park able to get this up and out as it goes across the end line. Icing waved just a bit late by the officials, but waved it was as North Park sees that puck roll off the top of the near circle. It was kept in by North Park, according to the back official, and so it's Halpern firing that puck in, still loose in front. Crashing the net there was Meller. Puck just hopped over his stick. The edge can send that up and out. Tanoff on the puck, able to settle it down in front of his bench. Pouring forward now is Meyerwich into the offensive end. Meyerwich on the puck, throws it to the near corner as an edge man hits him from behind there. No call coming. It will be Meller and Meyerwich trying to get that puck free. The edge jamming up as much of this game at the end boards as they can. And now the edge can pour forward through the neutral zone into the offensive end. 2-on-2 are the Long Island Edge. They hit a trailer mid-slot. They shoot it. Bickoff able to fight that off. And now it's Vigliotti sending that up and out of the zone. The edge on the puck at the logo, now back at their blue line. They'll stalk forward once more with a partial change. They gain the line, so turning will be Halpern to try and pick this puck up at the end boards. He's able to shepherd that on over toward Meyerwich, and it's the edge, though, taking over side of the cage. Bickoff with a big save. North Park trying to saucer that up and out. Vigliotti chops at it, able to break up any pass attempt for the edge at first, but here come the edge once more. They fire in. And it was a shot blocked there by Halpern. The edge back on the puck behind the net. It's the edge trying to find a shooting lane. They have one in the mid slot. Flicked forward. Deflection carried that wide. Vigliotti throws that up and out with a little bit of help from Finkelstein. Dumped in once more by the edge. This one, though, looked like it ended up in the netting. And so we will get a stoppage in play with 19:41 left to go in this game. Shots 25-16 on our board in the Edge's favor, 16-16 on the board in the rink, which feels like an undercount. And how? All right, this is going to be a center ice drop, it looks like, after the puck appeared to go out of play but did not, and so that's a make good by the officials to just drop the puck at center ice. In any event, this is the edge working that puck up through the neutral zone. Tic-tac-toe into the offensive end. It's Klocek all the way across to jam up any pass toward the slot. And picking that puck up now is Tenenbaum, who finds Keyworth. Keyworth kicks that puck forward into the offensive end. But the edge, with their 4-goal lead, collapse immediately on the slot to prevent any chance for North Park. North Park trying to get that puck back from the near corner. It will be on Keyworth's stick, firing and shooting and scoring. Well, it was Keyworth who had stalked out of the near corner. As you can see on the replay, came across the top of the near circle. And there was no doubt about it once he got it on the forehand that he was going to pick his spot, and pick his spot he did. He made this a 5-2 hockey game with 19:05 left to go in this second half. It's the Edge winning the ensuing faceoff and sending it forward through the neutral zone. A little pop in their step right now for North Park as Halpern settles that puck, sends it across to Tanoff. Tanoff trying to get that up to Meller. That puck did hit a stick, icing washed, and it's Grebin pouring in on the forecheck, joined by Vigliotti. Puck sits by the near half wall, kept in. Halpern on net. Oh, right in front. Vigliotti did well to screen the netminder, and it was a good save in the end by the Edge, as Vigliotti had come right across the top of the blue paint to worry the Edge goaltender. But it was a shot and save, and so an offensive zone drop coming up with 18:40 left to go for North Park. It's Meller near circle. Halpern and Tanoff behind. Grebin and Vigliotti as the wingers. Puck dropped. Tying his man up was Meller. The Edge able to send that all the way down. Goes for an icing. We'll do it all over again with 18:34 left to go in this game. Should be another near circle drop in the offensive end. Alan Sweet Miller at the dot. Puck one. All the way to the far side. Vigliotti first to it. Tries to send it farther forward. Ice Monster gobbles the pass. And so the Edge come forward. Shot in. As puck rims all the way around. It's Tanoff. Gets the return pass from Vigliotti. Tanoff able to send that up and off the boards. Grebin looking for that long pass. He finds it into the offensive end. It's Grebin and Vigliotti. Grebin shooting in. That's blocked in the slot by an Edge defenseman. Onward we play here as North Park tries to shoot in once more. Puck all the way to the far side. All the way across was Klochek. He's able to pick that up in the neutral zone. Send to Halpern. Vigliotti gets a touch on it into the offensive end. The Edge send that right back out. It was a high stick cleared by the Edge. Swiped forward. And so settling that puck is Bickoff. There's a big hit on the far side of the ice. We'll see what happens here. Now we'll see if we have it on the replay. I did not see it live. Looks like it was out of frame, and so had a stoppage in play, and we will stop and delay here up in the broadcast booth. Obviously, the health and safety of the players paramount. The Edge man back up on his skates onto the bench, and of course just well wishes from the broadcast booth up here to the Edge skater. I did not catch the play up in the broadcast booth. We did not catch it on camera, so not sure how this is going to be adjudicated. But it looks like it'll be a face-off in the neutral zone. Nobody into the box, so it looks like the officials either saw the play and adjudged it to be fair or didn't see it at all. Regardless, it's going to be 5-on-5 hockey out there. And so this is Tenenbaum. Clean win back to Samosi. He shepherds that over toward Klochek. Klochek off the boards for Keyworth. It'll be the Edge able to cut out the zone break-in. Keyworth back for the puck. Tells his defenseman to move it to the far side of the ice. Upended there was Finkelstein. No call as was coincidental. The edge man was reaching for the puck, and so onward we play. 2-on-2 for the edge into the offensive end. Reaching now is Klochek, the edge. One-timer in the slot. They get another bite at the apple. It's Bickoff able to stick that aside, and the pass toward the slot does not connect as Tenenbaum able to send that off the boards. He was looking on the stretch pass for Keyworth. Instead, the edge throw that right back in. It's Finkelstein to pick up that puck off the boards and avoids a huge hit there in front of his own bench. And now it's Keyworth carrying it into the offensive end. And that puck deflected up into the netting. The edge looking for a pound of flesh there. After one of theirs went down, they missed Finkelstein, who was able to throw on the brakes right in front of his bench. And we'll keep our eye on that as the game gets just a little more heated with 16:47 left to go in the second. This will be Meller, near circle offensive zone. It's Grebin keeping that puck in. Puck still in the slot. Tanoff across, able to throw that to some open ice. Grebin back for it, chips it off the boards. Edge first to it as Meyerowicz and Meller able to keep control of the puck. There's an edge man without a stick trying to take the body. Rolling puck found by the edge. And pinching in is Tanoff to throw that down just a bit deeper. Grebin on the puck now, looking out front. One-timer doesn't connect. For North Park, it's Halpern all the way across. He keeps the zone. It's North Park still on the puck. Halpern gets it back, shovels it down low toward Meller, and Grebin throws it on net. It's sticked aside. Grebin on the puck at the end boards, trying to get it out front. It's pinned against the end boards there. And the puck will just sit there for a moment until it rolls to an edge stick. All the way across is Tanoff to hold the zone. Grebin tries to rack that puck farther. Big hit by the near half wall. North Park has the puck, but out in the neutral zone. Under 16 left to play here. North Park fires that puck in. Edge to pick up on a partial change. It's now Grebin across, and that puck will come up to Halpern, who throws it right back in. Grebin picks it up now. It's Grebin on the puck, on the backhand, stops, turns, throws it to some open ice. He can go for a change. North Park trying to get stick on puck, far side of the ice. And it's Tanoff dumping on in. Keyworth try to pick up in the near corner. Rolling puck thrown in front. We get a stoppage in play here. And we'll see who is going to the box for the edge. 15:18 left to go. It's a roughing call against the edge. And so North Park down 3, but about to be up a man for the next 2. It'll be a near circle drop. Penalty killers over the board for the edge. And power play unit number 1 will be Grebin, Halpern, Keyworth, Meller, and Tenenbaum for the team in white. This will be Meller at the dot. Clean win over to Keyworth, who sends that across the ice for Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum chips it farther for Keyworth. Keyworth on in. That puck was spilled just wide, and the edge man got enough of it between the pipes. Getting that puck back is North Park. Deflection carries that puck wide of the cage. Halpern on up for Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum throws it in front. That puck goes through everybody. Then it's spun around through the blue paint. Bodies everywhere right now as North Park trying to get control of this puck. It's Halpern able to kick that puck all the way over. He is able to wipe any hand pass by kicking it. And it's Keyworth across for Tenenbaum through the blue paint once more. North Park's done everything but send this into the back of the net. It's Tenenbaum picking that puck up in the neutral zone. And now North Park on a quick up. We'll see Grebin with the puck into the slot toward Meller. Meller trying to pick it up in the corner. The official takes a hit in the corner. And the puck on Keyworth's stick down low for a bumper. Grebin gets it back, tries to send it all the way across. It's still Keyworth. He settles that puck down on his forehand, throws it up to the top of the slot, but it's going to leave the zone. And so all the way across is Bickoff to lead for Tenenbaum. It's Tenenbaum to carry up ice through his own zone. Spins that all the way across, but look out, it's the edge on the puck. They shoot, and it's a deflection up into the netting on the shorthanded chance with 13:57 left to go in this game. Still 39 seconds left to go on the man advantage for North Park. Well, no time like the present for the team in white to try to put one in the back of the net and reduce this edge lead. As the clock on their EJ season ticking down just a little bit. And so North Park trying to set up their zone breakout. It is Klocek all the way through the neutral zone. He's going to stick that puck in. He's in all alone, throws it across the slot. He was looking for Finkelstein. It was just out of his reach. It's Samosi dancing in from the near point. Samosi on the puck, works it up to Finkelstein, who throws that on net. Deflected in by Vigliotti. Well, it was Vigliotti who was the last to get a touch on it in front, but it was set up by the Dom Klocek zone entry, and then it was fired in from the near point by Finkelstein. Vigliotti got a touch, and all of a sudden, with 12 seconds left to go on the man advantage, North Park finds the back of the net, and we've got ourselves a hockey game here in Middletown, New Jersey. 13:30 left to go in this game as we're going to get a call. It's a slashing call. And you don't see that kind of slashing call very much as the stick came up out of the hands of the edge man. You could understand a slashing call if it were down across the hands of the edge man, but when a stick pops up from the ice, very rare to get a slashing call on that. And Tenenbaum goes immediately to the box on the slashing call. And so the North Park bench does not like it, but there's nothing they can do about it on that call. Penalty killers over the boards, 13:27 left to go in this second half. And it's North Park finds themselves having to kill off this penalty. First to it is Finkelstein, though, on the shorthanded chance. Meller was lurking as a trailer there, but the Edge able to snuff out the threat, and it'll be the Long Island Edge breaking out of their zone into the offensive end. Getting back is Tanoff, joined by Halpern. The Edge circle and set up shop in the offensive end. Top of the near circle, looking to fire, and they do. Bickoff rejects it and jumps on top of it bravely, I would add, given all of the skate traffic in front. And so it's a save by Bickoff. 12:55 left to go in this second half. 1:29 left to go in the man advantage. Far circle drop. Bickoff hasn't seen as much action in the last few minutes of this one, but when he's been called on, he has done very well in this game. It's now Keyworth trying to win that cleanly back toward Halpert. He does, but the Edge all over him there. Now the Edge can pull that off the boards and try to send it deeper in the zone. They're looking for that 1-2 from the end wall down in front, thinking that that's the way they can try and notch another one on the board. The Edge work it up from the half wall, top of the circle. Bickoff fights that off. Puck's still loose. It's found by North Park, sent all the way down on net. And so a shot aside. Nothing more during the sequence. 12:22 left to go in this game. 54 seconds left to go in the man advantage as Keyworth able to jam up any zone entry. And all the way back that puck goes after Keyworth sends it down once more. North Park can make a partial change. It's the Edge on the puck, far side of their defensive zone. 12 minutes left to go in this game. Another 33 seconds left to go on the slashing call against North Park. It's the Edge, far side of the offensive zone. They're making a change right now. It's 4-on-4 in the offensive end. Now 5-on-4 for the Edge. Tanoff pushes his man wide, circling with the puck. Long Island Edge, they set up a shot. Deflection carries that up and over the cage. And so the Edge reset at the end boards. They kick that puck off the back of the net. Getting body position is Tanoff. He's able to throw it over toward Klocek as the Edge surround him there. 3 seconds left to go on the man advantage. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as that puck rolls up to the top of the slot. Not out just yet. Diving for it was Keyworth to break up the shot, and now it's Tenenbaum on the puck. He's able to scoop it forward. North Park need to make a change, and so Tenenbaum got it deep. It's the Edge getting this puck up and out of trouble up to the blue line and on out. Samosi gives chase, joined by Tenenbaum and Meyerwich. The Edge reset at their own blue line. It's Grevin, like a whirling dervish, able to take the puck off his man, but we're going to get another call here. And it is Tenenbaum going over toward the box there. And, well, it looks like they just gave North Park another penalty, a bench minor as well. We'll see if another skater goes over. North Park disagreed with the call against Tenenbaum. The official didn't like the discussion from the bench. And so all of a sudden, 2 players in the box for North Park, 10 minutes and 56 seconds left to go in this game. The scorekeeper now out of the booth to have a conversation with the official. Talk about service. The scorekeeper going onto the ice to meet with the officials. And still, the conversation continues here with 10:56 left to go in the second. I suppose if you were dying, coming to this game would be great because you would feel like you've extended your life by hours and hours and days and weeks and years. Stoppages really have been something to see in this game in any event. 10:56 left to go as the scorekeeper still hanging out on the ice. And the conversation now turns to whether Tenenbaum has to leave the ice. And apparently he does. And so just a longer delay here. There's 4 minutes put up on the board right now. And so it's looking perhaps like a double minor. But we're ready to go here. All right, well, it was a double minor, and it's 5-on-4 for the next 4 minutes with 10:50 left to go in this game as the Edge set up shop once more. They work that puck all the way to the far side of the ice. North Park is going to need to kill these penalties off. And, Bickoff with a huge save there and a third. And this puck comes all the way around to the end boards. It's the Edge now working it up to the top of the slot once more. They filter that all the way across. Reaching for it is Tanoff. He's able to send that up and out of the zone. And North Park gets to work on this penalty kill after a triple save from Bickoff. That puck comes around to the near side of the ice. The Edge happy to just kill off a bunch of this game on the man advantage if they can. They find themselves up 2 goals. And if they can see out that 2-goal victory, or even just a 1-goal victory, they'll be moving on to tomorrow's final at 1:15 p.m. in Middletown, New Jersey. It's the Edge still on the puck. 3 minutes left to go on the man advantage as they set up a shot that's deflected wide of the cage. The Edge carry that puck around the far side of the ice, and they'll stop and delay on that far side of the ice as Finkelstein pushes on his man. Puck rolls in. Bickoff with a huge glove save. Wow. That was a big one as he stretched the leather out to keep this a 2-goal hockey game. As the puck had rolled to the mid-slot and the one-timer put directly on target, Bickoff flashed the glove. And with 9:36 left to go in the game, 2:40 left to go on the man advantage for the Edge. It's a defensive zone draw for North Park. It's Keyworth winning that back cleanly, and North Park able to send that all the way down. Grebin in a foot race there as Keyworth looks to pick up this puck off the boards. He sends it softly across the ice. He was hoping to catch out the Edge man who had left the pipes to settle the puck. It's now the Long Island Edge with the puck behind their net. They set up the zone breakout. 2:17 left to go. It was Keyworth able to get in the way, punches that puck forward. And now Samosi all the way across. He can dump it in again. The Edge have to reset once more. North Park getting aggressive now on the penalty kill as the clock is not their friend. It's Keyworth picking that puck up, working it up to the point, and Klochek couldn't get all of it. Edge will come back in a 3-on-2 in the opposite direction. It's Samosi pushing his man wide. The Edge trying to hit a trailer on the near side of the ice. The pass goes just a bit wide. Samosi all the way across to pick up the puck. He saucers that up and out of trouble. 1:43 left to go on the man advantage here. 8:35 left to go in this game. It's the Edge trying to pick up the puck. Keyworth harassing two Edgemen there on the forecheck. It's now the Edge working that puck up to the near half wall. And it's Meyerowicz joining the forecheck there as the Edge work that to the far side of the ice. Long Island Edge pushed toward the side of the cage. Now the far corner. The Edge will pick it up at the point, but they won't risk keeping that puck in the zone and having a break in the other direction. Instead, they'll carry it all the way into their own end themselves as they settle it behind the net. It's the Edge on the breakout. Meller across to try and jam up that breakout. 2-on-2, though, for the Edge into the offensive end. Under 8 left to play. 57 seconds left to go in the man advantage as the Edge try to go 1-2. Instead, working up to the slot, now top of the near circle. They settle the puck down all the way across the offensive zone. Goes the puck and the Edge. They come to the side of the cage, thrown all the way across. That hits some equipment in front. Goes wide. The Edge trying to set it up once more from the near corner. Jousting with a man there is Halpern. The Edge come away with it to the far side of the ice. And they retrieve it. Top of the far circle to the Edge. They'll stalk in at the dot. They shoot that high and wide of the cage. Might have taken a deflection, but the Edge hold the zone. All the way across in the slot. They shoot high of the cage once more. Follow-up. Bickoff gets tight to the post. It's now the Edge on the puck. 15 seconds left to go. It's going to be another call against North Park here as a man won't leave the crease. And so, looks like the Edge man might be going to the box as well. There was a delayed call against North Park, but the Edge man wouldn't leave Bickoff alone. And so, looks like they might be taking one from each team here with 7:04 left to go in the second. And this game has been paperwork filled. And so we will see exactly what the gestures are from the officials here. As North Park still had a man in the box for the next 8 seconds. Now the Edge have somebody in the box. Looks like it'll be coincidental minors. But we shall see. If ever there were a game to have the officials mic'd up, this would have been the one. But hey, 7:04, another stoppage in play. And we know you tune in to watch these just so that you can see people do absolutely nothing on the ice. And so we shall see exactly what happens here. Best speculation is it will be one from each team put up on the board right now. 2 minutes up for North Park in addition to the 8-second penalty. And we'll see if 2 minutes are also put up on the board for the Edge. They do have a man in the box already. Well, this was a 5-1 hockey game shortly after the second half started. North Park scored 2 goals, but they've been in the box an awful lot on a few calls. That certainly did not go their way in the second half. And so it does look like they've taken one from each side. There are 5 Edge skaters on the ice right now. It's a 5-on-3, and so they, interestingly, it's unclear whether they gave an extra penalty to North Park, but now it's 5-on-4 out there, and so they must have, as the Edge have spent, well, perhaps the majority of this second half on the power play. They still have the puck in the zone. It's the Edge getting the puck back in the slot, all the way across it goes. And now at the top of the slot, they shoot in. It hits a skate. It's shot wide. North Park on the man disadvantage for the next minute and a half still. with 6.5 left to go in their EJ season if they can't come back and tie this one up. North Park trying to get this puck up and out. They do. The edge retrieve in the neutral zone. It's the edge on the puck all the way back into their own end. They throw it across in front of their bench. And through the neutral zone it comes on an edge stick. The edge into the offensive end. Across is Samosi. Forces his man into an early pass. And so it's Samosi picking that puck up, sending it off the boards. He was looking for Grebin, who had been stalking forward, but it was cut out by the edge. Well, call it 50 seconds left to go on the man advantage as the edge fire in once more. Samosi able to lock horns with the edge man at the end boards. And now the puck sits against the boards there as Samosi tries to get it free. The edge happy to gum up as much of this game as they can along the boards. Now they pull it out front. They shoot in. Bikoff snaps the pads down. And now it's the edge all the way through. They shoot and score on a crazy deflection in front. And the power play able to show up on the scoreboard once again for the edge. It had been coming for the visitors as North Park had been in the box there for a bunch of this second half. Well, it's a 6-3 hockey game. 5.5 left to go. It's North Park trying to work that puck into the offensive end, sent right back out by the edge, and then on down. And so across is Tanoff to try and cut out any edge offensive zone time. Bigliotti works that puck out, and Finkelstein does the same. Keyworth tries to work it farther. The edge take over back in their own zone once more. They work it to the neutral zone. Just trying to kill off this game are the edge by sending the puck up and out of their zone as soon as they get it. This one will go for an icing on the edge dump in. 5 minutes even left to play. Shots 36-22 on our board, 23-22 in North Park's favor on the rink board, which I'll never trust a scorekeeper who goes out on the ice to talk to the officials to keep shots on goal. I think Sun Tzu said that. And we're going to go with that motto here today. I think our board on the broadcast is a little more accurate. In any event, it's Tanoff back to his own end to get that face-off win up and out of trouble. Across is Bigliotti. He pulls it off his stick, leaves for Tanoff. Tanoff across the ice where the edge will pick up. The edge into the offensive end. They shoot in. Bikoff able to freeze that puck. He gets a couple of flybys by the edge skaters. And Bikoff able to throw that puck over to the near circle after he gets it out of the equipment. Well, 4:38 left to go in this game. And North Park's going to need to score and score soon. Try and make these last few minutes a little bit uncomfortable for the edge. It's the edge all the way across. They'll dump on in. And Halpern to pick up in the near corner. He's got an edge man on him there. He's able to move it for Grebin. Grebin on up for Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz swipes at it. The edge able to face the puck and work it forward through the neutral zone into the offensive end. They turn. They find a trailer in the slot, trying to shoot in. Unable to do so because Tanoff got stick on stick. It's now the edge working that puck over to the far side of the ice. Reaching for it there is North Park, unable to separate a man from the puck at first, but Meller works it out toward Grebin. Grebin chases after that puck. It's the edge first to it. Meller takes a hit in front of the scorer's booth, and it'll be the edge coming away with that puck all the way behind their cage. 3:45 left to go in this game as Samosi pinches in and keeps the zone. It's Samosi trying to throw that puck in front. It's on the back of the twine of the net, and we get another quick whistle as that puck got loose. These officials happy to blow the whistle to stop play with 3:38 left to play in the second half. Well, the over-under on whistles in this game was 25,437, and we are just 2 whistles short of that line. This will be Finkelstein at the dot. Klocek picks it up, dumps it on in, and giving chase is Finkelstein, joined by Bigliotti. Puck rolls to the near side. It's Keyworth trying to hold the zone as that puck just rolled past the point. Klocek able to work it for Samosi. Dumped in once more by Vigliotti. Cross is Grebin on the puck near side of the ice, but the Edge send that puck all the way down. It's an empty net for North Park, by the by. And so, with 3:14 left to play in this second half, is 6 skaters on the ice for North Park as they're down 3 and need some goals in a hurry. Finkelstein at the dot, trying to win that on the backhand toward the slot. Pouring in is North Park. Finkelstein takes over. He cycles it. Puck comes up to Halpern at the near point. No shooting lane for him. And it was a puck that was sent all the way down, this time by the Edge. And it'll go for an icing once more with 3:02 left to play. The net remains empty, and the score remains 6-3. It's actually a little harder than it looks to shoot into an empty net from one end of the ice. This is Finkelstein winning that for the Edge. Work it to the far side. Pinching all the way across is North Park. They keep the zone. North Park toward the slot. Bouncing puck up to Halpern. Halpern shoots in. And it comes to Grebin off the side of the cage. It's Grebin out in front. And the tuck home doesn't work there as North Park gets the puck back. Side of the cage. Thrown in front once more. Shot just wide by Grebin. And this will be Grebin standing a man up. Puck up to the point. Tanoff fires in. That's a huge shot block from the Edge. And it gets a cheer from the Edge bench. North Park has to reset. 2.5 left to play here as North Park spins that into the offensive end. The Edge first to it, but it's Vigliotti across, shooting that deeper in the zone. The Edge will send that up, but not out. It's fired in once more by North Park. This one kicked aside by the Edge netminder. It's the Edge picking that puck up again. They eject this out of the zone. Spinning puck's going to go all the way down across the end line. We're going to do it all over again with 2:08 left to go in this game. Offensive zone drop, and North Park will get some new skaters out there. There'll be 6 of them still with 128 seconds left to go. Well, there's 2 whistles. We've officially hit the 25,000 over on number of whistles in this game, so hold on to your betting slips, everybody. Time out for North Park. Timeout on the ice. 2:08 left to play. North Park needs 3 goals. They need them in a hurry if they want their EJ season to continue. This is North Park Hockey on Midnight Sports. Go 2:08, timeout over, net still empty, 6 skaters on the ice. This will be North Park trying to win this cleanly to get a shot on goal. Meller at the dot, Meyerowicz and Grebin in the slot as Meller backs out of the circle because the players had crept in. In any event, it's Samosi trying to body a man on the far side. Meller joins, gets a hit in the back. It'll be North Park going to the man advantage here, which in this instance obviously is good for the 6-on-4, but it's bad in the sense that the Edge can now shoot at the North Park net with impunity, which is to say there won't be any icing when they take a shot on the North Park net. If they do, because you're allowed to send the puck all the way down on the penalty kill now. USA Hockey new rules for the 18U season. And so North Park will have to be attuned to that as well to get back in a hurry. In any event, it's a clean win by North Park. Over to Keyworth, fired in. That puck's still loose in front, sent behind the cage. Smyrowicz, who can't get his stick free because the edge man's holding on to it, and now jammed in front. Puck still loose in front. Now to the side of the cage. This is going to be a penalty on North Park now, as the festivities starting to pick up here. Late on in Middletown, New Jersey, just 101 seconds left. And we'll see if this game's going to end with more players in the box or on the bench. Well, there's a lot of conversation on the ice and in the stands about the quality of the officiating here in this game. And you can probably guess whether those Yelp reviews are positive or negative. All right, 1:41 left to play. Players milling about. No disco ball yet for what's turned into a little bit of a free skate here in the last couple of minutes. Now all the players will converge on the North Park end. Bickoff off the bench. Can't leave your net empty. Well, shouldn't leave your net empty on a defensive zone draw, and North Park doesn't. And so now it's North Park taking that puck forward on Samosi's stick. And the edge able to hold the zone for a moment and keep that puck in. 90 seconds left to go as North Park takes back over. 4-on-4 hockey here. It'll be Keyworth chipping it forward. He gets around a man, gets held up. And so it'll be another call on the ice. This one for interference, as it'll be 4-on-3 hockey. And if you were trying to get out of here early, good luck, because it's just another whistle slowing this game down. 1:20 left to go. And 4-on-3 hockey upcoming. Far circle drop. You won't be able to beat traffic because everybody's still here at Middletown, New Jersey's Ice Arena. This is a 5-on-3 with an empty net here. And so it's North Park with 5 skaters out there and no netminder. It's Meller, clean win back towards Samosi. The edge all over him. And they're able to send that up and out of the zone. Back for it is Vigliotti. On up toward Keyworth, who jabs it farther in. Meller can give it a shot. It's Keyworth who drops that broken stick. Just a little insult to injury there. But, it's Klochek able to pick it up in the middle of the zone and skate forward. Klochek on the puck into the offensive end. Edge in the way. They throw this on. It just misses the cage. It should be North Park's possession, and is, as Samosi first to it. Because it's a 4-on-3, really a 5-on-3 with the empty net. Again, there's no icing on an edge shot attempt. It's now Vigliotti carrying in, shooting in. That's blockered and saved by the edge man. Reaching for it are the edge. Meller able to calmly move that puck to Vigliotti, who sends it over to Klochek. Klochek on the puck, shooting in. That puck was loose in front, but the edge able to jab that all the way down. And so we have Klochek going back for it with just 15 seconds left to go in this one. It's Klochek skating forward through the neutral zone all the way in, shooting in. That hits a body in front, and the edge can't spin it past Samosi, who shoots in. And now that's going to do it. It's the edge who will move on to tomorrow's final. And now just a little bit of a conversation here as an edge man comes over to give Vigliotti the business. And so it's the edge who want to wave at the North Park fans. Interesting. But wave they do, and so that'll do it here from the semis. The edge being sent off the ice. No handshake line for them. And so We've gone final. It's the Long Island Edge 6, North Park 3. Thanks so much for joining us for the EJ season for North Park Hockey. We'll see you again next weekend as North Park has a couple of games on the slate. Until then.